to do when you feel stuck in an emptiness, a sadness, or a darkness that feels like it will never end. In this video, I will be sharing a metaphor to help when those signals of emptiness, sadness, and darkness start to show up. Depression is an illness that affects how we live and view the world. It can rob us of the joys and pleasures in life. Depression makes us experience a lot of uncomfortable and painful emotions like sadness, shame, hopelessness, isolation, and emptiness. It can make us feel stuck, engrossed in darkness, leaving us with no motivation, energy, or desire to do anything. In the book Listening to Depression, Dr. Lara Honos-Webb uses the metaphor of a foghorn for understanding the role of that feeling of emptiness and how it can help you to steer away or retreat from moving even further into depression. A foghorn is a loud, deep, wailing sound meant to warn ships or people that if they come closer, they will be stepping into poor visibility or potential danger, like some obstruction on its path. Therefore, the foghorn warns for us to change the course of our path so one does not continue forward into that trouble. According to Dr. Honos-Webb, this is the role of emptiness. She says the sound of a foghorn echoes the desperation in the experience of emptiness, alarming us to be aware that when we start to feel that sensation of emptiness, rather than recoiling back into what is familiar, maybe isolating, retreating from asking for help, or blaming yourself, to instead think of the emptiness as the warning that you are heading toward the familiar that has not served you well before, and rather move away from what is familiar. In order to prepare for when that feeling of emptiness comes, it may be helpful to write some ideas down. Grab your notebook, a journal, or just a piece of paper, and just take a moment to reflect on those feelings or sensations that you have experienced when feeling more low or depressed. Two questions that may help in your reflections are, first, what is the foghorn telling you to stay away from? And the second question is, how do I usually respond to feelings of emptiness or loneliness? Writing this out is completely optional, but it can be helpful so you can have something to refer back to. What I'm doing here is I'm drawing a line in the middle of the page for two lists. On one side is titled Familiar or Old Response, and on the other side of the line, I titled it New Response. On the familiar or old response column, write down some of the ways in which you have responded to the feeling of emptiness before. So some examples could be isolating, not wanting to ask for help, believing negative or depressive thoughts, staying in bed, not eating or eating too much, not getting outside or wanting to go anywhere. On the other side of the column, try and come up with as many new types of responses for when that foghorn or emptiness comes up. Some examples could be reaching out for help, calling a friend, practice self-compassion, meditate, get outside, exercise, listen to a podcast on a topic that you're really interested in, journal, The more that you can think of for this column, the more you can pull from when emptiness is signaling that you are entering a place that makes you feel even more stuck. Then you can star, highlight, or circle a few of those new response ideas, like your top 3 or 4 that you feel you could try next time that you might have that foghorn go off. So the next time you hear that foghorn of emptiness, open your notebook and pick one of those responses and give it a try. See if any of the new responses turns the foghorn off or quiets it a bit. And thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you in my next video.